Live from the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University, FATV presents coverage of Fitchburg Monty Tech Red Raider ice hockey. And this afternoon, it's the home opener, the season opener for both of these squads. The Fitchburg Monty Tech Red Raiders taking on the Blue Knights of Lunenburg Air Shirley. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Daniel Bolak, happy to have you along with us here today for the first of many games we'll be bringing you here on FATV. For the Fitchburg Monty Tech Red Raiders, coming off an 8-9-4 season, they've continued their streak of alternating making the playoffs and missing the playoffs. They've done that over the last 5 years, but they were able to get in with a .500 record. Played a close one with Grafton Valley Tech in the 3A quarterfinals last year, fell 2-1 in that one. They bring a lot of strong players back, though, this Fitchburg Monty Tech team. And they'll be led by Max Bolak, one of 3 captains on this squad. 18 goals, 17 assists for 35 points. That led the team by quite a lot. But they have a strong sophomore in Riley LeBlanc, 9 goals and 6 assists last year. Liam Hickey's got 4 goals, 8 assists for 12 points. Ultimately, of the 59 goals the Red Raiders scored last year, the players who've come back accounted for 41 of those. That's just a little over 69%. And in addition, goaltending, they bring back Spencer McCrillis, who will be back for his 5th and final season of high school hockey. That is not a typo, that is not a misprint. This really will be his 5th year of playing high school hockey. We'll talk about a little more about that later. He's expected to be the starting goaltender for this Red Raider squad. Had a goals against under 3 last year. Save percentage around .900, 3 shutouts. And the Red Raiders will be looking to count on him to guard the cage. For this Lunenburg Air Shirley team, they're a team that knows adversity and then some. Last year, at one point, they were 3-7, but they went 7-2-1 down the stretch to get into the playoffs, then pulled off 3 upsets in a row as the number 5 seed to win their 2nd Central Mass crown in the last 3 years. A 13-10-1 record last year, not at all indicative of how good this team was, but losing a lot of their great goal scorers. They only have one of their big guns back this year, Nathan Handy. Losing Matt Albert and Jason Brandy has to hurt, but also with their longtime netminder Nick Granger graduating, they have to turn to Ian Keane in goal. Just 4 appearances for the senior last year in net for the Blue Knights, including one against this Fitchburg Monty Tech team last year. It's going to be interesting to see what this Blue Knight team can do, especially considering they only have 15 skaters on their roster. Definitely makes things a little more challenging. Going to lay out here and let Jim LaPointe introduce us to the players starting this contest and all the good pregame stuff. Red Raider Ice Hockey here on FATV.
Fitchburg Monty Tech Red Raiders. Starting lineups. First for the Knights. At right wing, number 16, Ryan Strout. Center, number 4, Shea Hunter Arsenal. Left wing, number 15, Shea Arsenal. Defense, number 14, Brendan Ware. Defense, number 11, Tristan Gallant. And in goal for the Knights, number 1, Ian Keane. The head coach for Lunenburg Air Shirley is Eric Short. And now for the Raiders. Right wing, number 23, Riley LeBlanc. Center, number 8, Cooper Hall. Left wing, number 22, Sam Paramilo. Defense number 25, Zach Robillard. Defense number 15, Robert Brogan. And in goal for the Raiders, number 30, Spencer McCrillis. The head coach for the Raiders is Steve Lowney. At this time, we will play the Star Spangled Banner.
Moments away from puck drop here from Fitchburg. The Fitchburg Monty Tech Red Raiders, the Lunenburg Air Shirley Blue Knights. The first high school hockey game to be played here at the Wallace Civic Center here in 2021. Daniel Bolak here with you. Red Raiders will be in the home white uniforms, crimson numbering and trim. They'll go left to right. Lunenburg Air Shirley in the road dark blue uniforms with white numbers and maroon trim. They will go from right to left. So we mentioned Spencer McCrillis will get the nod and goal for the Red Raiders. Ian Keane, he had 4 games played last year. 1-3 record, 276 goals against, 880 save percentage. The one other netminder Lunenburg Air Shirley has, Kyle McGrath. This is his first year on the varsity roster. So you have to imagine Eric Short in his 20th season will be leaning on Keane in goal. And after a long, long wait, hockey is finally back here in Fitchburg. Red Raiders win the opening draw. Now taken on by the Blue Knights by Brendan Ware. Passes around the boards for Ryan Strout up the right wing boards. That one picked up along the side boards and pushed forward. Hunter Arsenal now for Shea. Turns around, tries to turn it towards goal. McCrillis able to get his pads down, doesn't let that by. Now another turnaround shot from the right side. That one stopped by McCrillis and he'll hold. And now as you look at the clock and scoreboard, you see one of the big changes they've made this year. Not playing 3 15-minute periods, as is normally the case. It's 2 22.5-minute halves. Because that saves one Zamboni trip and gets the games over a little quicker. As the Blue Knights win the draw, try to get a shot on. Nothing much coming off the stick there of Nathan Handy. Up the near side boards, taken by Max Bolak, has it pop over his stick. Now Nick Fortier put it out to Handy. Now back to the decor. Brendan Ware and Tristan Gallant still out there on defense. Didn't make a change there. Bolak trying to gain the zone, but offside's called. You hear the electronic whistles being used here. After all, quite difficult to use the whistles when you have a face mask. So, electronic whistles, which have become vogue for our high school sports in 2020. That'll carry over for the time being as things still are the way they are. That one sent into the Red Raider bench and out of play. 59 seconds gone in this contest. First 2 shots going to the Blue Knights. Face-off will be coming to the left side of McCrillis. Played as an 8th grader in Gardner. That's how he got 5 years. And then went to Monty Tech. So and that's how we ended up here on this Fitchburg Monty Tech squad. Delayed penalty coming here as a shot taken by Ryan Johnson. Ends up getting stopped there by Ian Keane. Delayed penalty still going as Colin Hines gets upended there. Now the touch up here, and we'll see what we've got. Tripping is the call. As expected, so the first power play of 2021 will go to the Red Raiders. Just the one penalty to Nick Fortier, who will serve 2 minutes. So we'll see how this Red Raider power play will do here on their first try of 2021. Handy wins the draw. Take it up the near side. Now tries to protect the puck as it'll be backhanded in and around by Hunter Arsenault. So 1:36 into the period, and that's going to be difficult for us to adjust to as we try to write down when the penalty happened, because we're used to working off 15 minutes or 20 minutes, not 22 and a half. Max Bolak on the left side, down to the left wing corner for Hall. Now Bolak takes the shot from the point. That's blocked in front and cleared away. One of the Red Raiders losing his glove as well. Didn't make things easier for Christian Rodriguez. Raiders back to regroup and reset. 65 seconds to go on the power play. Hall and Rodriguez trying to push it up there. Handy getting in the way of that. Of the 33 goals that the Blue Knights were able to bring back, Handy had 19 of them. Absolutely dominant player for this Lunenburg Air Shirley team, but it's going to come down to how good his cast is, I believe, in regards to how well this Blue Knight team will do. 35 seconds to go on the power play, 19:50 go in the first half. No score, that's going to take forever to get used to. Riley LeBlanc trying to regain the zone, having a bit of trouble there. Jacob Pruno down the right wing boards. Drops it off to the right point for Brogan. Brogan put it along the boards looking for Pruno. Lucas Wiebe back there as well, trying to get a hold of it. But the Blue Knights doing well to win the puck and send it back down the river. Corliss out to leave, only 10 seconds to go on the power play. Shea Arsenault stepping up there for LAS for a moment. Stretch pass for Tyler Brassard, just out of his reach. 40 years out of the box. And the Blue Knights are back to full strength. There's that long stretch pass. They're trying to spring 40 coming out of the box. But just out of his reach, it'll go for an icing instead. Draw will come down to the left side of Ian Keane. Ultimately, don't think the Red Raiders had a shot on target during that power play. But obviously, a lot of time to get your legs underneath you after all. It is the first game of the season for both these squads. Starting nearly a month after when we normally would be starting high school hockey. The two teams scheduled to play a 10-game schedule in a pod. A lot of familiar opponents in Division 3A, a couple from Division 3 making their way in there. Talk about a little bit about that as we go on. There's a shot and a goal! As the rebound was poked out to the top of the right circle, Christian Carter snaps it past. And the Blue Knights get the first strike. Christian Carter, one of the many captains on this Blue Knight team. 4 goals and 7 assists last year as a defenseman. Picks up his first one just like that. So LAS takes the first goal in this contest. Jammed up in the neutral zone now, Handy. Handy drops it off, nicely dropped there, but nobody able to get a hold of that one. They were looking for Josh Agnes. And we have a whistle here. Hooking indicated against Cooper Hall. And now LAS will have their first power play of the contest. So you mentioned Lunenburg Air Shirley 3-7 to open up 2020. But then went 7-2-1 the rest of the way. Got into the playoffs in the very last day of the regular season. They needed to beat this Fitchburg Monty Tech team to get in there too. A team that they'd already played twice earlier in the year and lost both times. Fortier and Handy get assists on the goal from Christian Carter. It'll be his first of the season, of course. First goal scored in 2021 in high school hockey here in the city of Fitchburg. Fournier holding in the right corner, takes the bad angle shot, stopped by McCrillis. Wrapped around the boards and all the way down, couldn't be kept in by Gallant. Gallant will go and retrieve. 45 seconds already gone on this power play. First for the Blue Knights in this contest. 17:25 to go first half, 1-0. As that puck squirts towards the goal, but nothing dangerous coming from there. And the Red Raiders trying to carry it out. Here's Bolak up the right side for Johnson, trying to get around the one defender there. And now some collisions there. Delayed penalty, that's going against LAS, and they'll touch up here. So that'll negate the rest of the power play. And we'll go 4-on-4. Hooking indicated against Hunter Arsenault. Face-off shot right off the draw, goes just wide to the left of the cage and ends up getting stuck on the netting there. So we'll play four-side for 47 more seconds before an abbreviated power play. Kristen Gallant trying to control as Sam Jarmillo tries to pull it away. Shea Arsenault will try to carry it up ice. Playing four-side here as Arsenault carrying it around behind the net to the right wing boards. Doesn't get much on that. Christian Rodriguez just trying to push it out of the zone. Push it with just enough oomph to get it to the goal line extended, but not enough to put it over. So Brendan Ware has to go back, retrieve it, and bring it all the way back up. Tire the legs a little bit. Penalty over to Cooper Hall. Now the abbreviated power play begins for the Red Raiders. Rodriguez gains the blue line, dumps in. Trying to race for it, LeBlanc and Hall there. They've got fresh legs. Bolak holds at the left point. Holding. Looking for the redirection in front. He wanted LeBlanc there. He just couldn't get his stick quite where he wanted. That's cleared out. And Rodriguez dumps in, delayed offside, still delayed offside. Rodriguez did not sufficiently tag up. And so that will bring a halt to play and bring the face-off down to the left side of Spencer McCrillis. 15:42 to go, first period, 1-0 Lunenburg Air Shirley in front. In terms of the on-ice product, not much really changing. A little more distance needs to be given on face-offs outside the circle, and scrums can only be one player on each side. If a third man joins in, they've got to kill the play. But pretty much that's it. And the periods and all that. Shot saved by Keene, has trouble tracking it. Bolak can't get on the rebound. But now still pushing on. Rodriguez, shot save, rebound goes just wide. Couple of great chances there for the Red Raiders. Bolak looking for that stretch pass, one-timer. And the save by Keene as he's able to get from post to post. Bolak got the pass across, but Hall just a bit slow on the trigger finger. By the time he was able to get the shot off, Keene was able to get over and make the stop. 9 seconds to go on this power play. Red Raiders doing a lot more on this one than they did on the first. Draw one as LeBlanc holds. Takes the shot, saved by Keene. Rebound, pulls up to Hall. On the left side going across. Now to the right wing corner, Johnson. Back for LeBlanc. Now at that point again, Bolak shot, score! Just after the power play ended, Max Bolak takes the shot from the point, gets through all the traffic and past Keene. The Red Raiders have tied it.
White. 12-23 White.
18 goals last year for Max Bolak, the second-year captain, the senior, has his first of the campaign. As there's a quick shot, and that one does not go in. That was very close, though, to say the least. Nearly an instantaneous answer, and now a quick shot up the other way in transition. Lucas Weeby with the shot, stopped by Keene. 14:34 to go in the first half. 1-1 the score now. I think how quiet it can be in this building is whenever Jim LaPointe punches something in on the Daktronics scoreboard panel, I could actually hear it from over here. Off the draw, Brassard with the shot, and Keene will cover that one up. It's one of the weird things this year is in Central Mass, no spectators allowed in the buildings for these games.
Rated goal by number 12, Max Bolak. Assist to number 23, Riley LeBlanc. Time of the goal, 7 minutes.
Riley LeBlanc gets the lone assist at 7:38 on the goal for Max Bolak. McCurlis will try to cover it. Almost had it, lost it. There's a quick slap shot there by Nick Gamble. And McCurlis will stop that one. That was not to McCurlis' liking, I have to imagine, how that all developed. Or really to the Red Raiders' liking. Scary for a moment, but they survived that. Shots 9-5 in favor of the Red Raiders. Blue Knights had the early swing of momentum, but the Red Raiders using that abbreviated power play to really try to claw it right back. Cooper Hall up the right side. He's just a freshman. Got the start on one of the wings today. Well earned there. I have to imagine Steve Lowney sees a lot to like out of him. And Zach Robillard move it around for Riley LeBlanc. They've got those starting five out there right now for the Red Raiders. Jaramillo tries to take the shot. That's blocked off a Blue Knights foot. Fortier can't settle that one down and pushed back into the LAS zone. Gallant pushes it along. Here's Nathan Handy, the one to watch there for LAS. Trying to dig it out there and backhanding it out. But just a little bit of oomph is Sam Jaramillo. It'll go all the way back to the LAS blue line. Flipped up line to line. Bolak settles. Flips that high in the air. That'll stay in play. Trying to spring someone there. Colin Hines gains the zone. Dispossessed by Strout. For Josh Agnes. Bolak tries to sell that off his stick. Clears it out to the red line. Ryan Miller takes the 80-footer. McCurlis has that one. LAS changes lines. And no pressure there, so he's got to play on. Hunter Arsenault up the left wing corner. Trying to dig that out is Peter Stevens, one of three captains on this Red Raider squad. Fitchburg Monty Tech will push it out. Bolak gains the red. Passes up for Johnson. Johnson pushing it towards goal. That'll be sticked away there by Derek Lacrosse. Up the near side, Hunter Arsenault again. Hunter trying to get around the defense, trying to get towards goal. Peter Stevens shuts him off right there. And softly flipped to center. Ryan Johnson, senior forward, switches from 3 to 17 this season. We've passed the halfway point of this first half. Or, no, we're not quite there yet, are we? Math is hard sometimes. Christian Carter has got the goal for LAS. Johnson tries to push that towards goal. Knocked up in the air, now a rush for the puck here. And Arsenault's gonna win that one, gets the shot off, saved by McCurlis. Good play there by Shea Arsenault to really make something out of nearly nothing. Christian Rodriguez trying to send that across. Lucas Weeby not quite in position. That's sent down the length of the ice. And that will be icing. And now we are just past halfway now. 11:13 to go, first half, 1-1 the score. I myself found out just less than 24 hours ago that they were doing two halves and not 3 periods. It's going to take us all a little bit, I think, to get used to that. Draw controlled by the Blue Knights as Ware with the pass up. Intercepted at the red line. First attempt to dunk not successful. Brogan's second attempt was, then sent it right back to him. Ware up the center of the ice. Now for Fortier. Fortier tries to protect against the half boards. Loses it off his stick. Andy will recover in front of his team's bench. Robillard with the pass up for Wiebe. Wiebe on the far side. Put it around the boards. Keene will let that one go. Red Raiders will change. Right, that stretch pass to Agnes. He'll pick it up on the right side. Pass cut down in front, though. Red Raiders going to try to come back with maybe some numbers. As Cooper Hall's got a rush up here. Cooper Hall lost it off his stick at the last moment. Puck a bit loose. Keene tried to cover it, couldn't quite get there. Tried to play it off the boards and out. Robillard keeps it, and he takes the shot, kick save by Keene. Agnes tries to clear that one. Ends up putting it on goal. And McCrillis will have to stop that from 180 feet. Give or take a few. Trying to make the play on that one there was Jaramillo. Ends up taking a hit, and he is still hurting there. They'll have to stop play for that. 9:49 to go in the first. Just 2 players colliding there. There's Jaramillo trying to make a play for the puck. The freshman from Monty Tech. Helped off there. Hope he's all right. Have the face-off outside the zone here. 2 22.5-minute halves, what we're doing here as part of pandemic hockey in 2021. Ryan Johnson from the right wing corner puts it off the side of the net, then a lot of jostling. Play had to be stopped there. Hunter Arsenault lost his helmet. That's an immediate stoppage. And even besides that, Ryan Johnson illegally dispossessed him of his helmet. That'll earn him a penalty. Comes 12 minutes, 51 seconds into this first half of play. It'll be the second power play of the game for Lunenburg Air Shirley. Didn't get to finish their first power play before they took a penalty of their own, which kind of turned as the turning point for this first half.
Penalty number 17, Ryan Johnson. 2-minute minor for roughing. Time of the penalty, 12:51, first period.
Roughing the call against Johnson.
2 minutes for roughing at 12:51.
Shot goes wide to the left of the cage. As Brogan tries to pick that up for Fitchburg Monty Tech. Shea Arsenault. Christian Carter. Now back for Shea. Holds at the right circle. Tries to put it across for Nathan Handy. That goes off a stick in the slot. Doesn't make it quickly enough to Handy to make something big happen there. Tries to hold for that one-timer, wanted to spring Carter for a second. He couldn't get good wood on it. Wolak absolutely harassing that Blue Knight there for the puck. Ultimately able to kill some precious seconds. That was Shea Arsenault having to deal with all that. Handy basically double team taken out there. Red Raiders know the one to watch there. 45 seconds to go on the power play. It's a quick wrister, but a bit offline. Gallant takes the shot, saved by McCrillis. Gloves it with the left hand and holds for a draw. 8:15 to go, first half. 37 seconds on the power play for LAS. We're level at a goal apiece. Christian Carter at 3:51. Then less than 4 minutes later, Max Bolak. Those are the goal scorers for the two teams. Draw controlled by the Red Raiders. Clearing attempt kept in by Gallant. Holding at the left point. Goes over the stick of Nick Fortier. Around the boards, kept in that way. Brendan Ware there. Now back to the point, shot off a skate. Ends up turning into a really nice passing opportunity, but that shot blocked from Fortier. Now a shot there, blocked there, another shot, stick lost. Clearing attempt goes off a handy, he keeps it in the zone. Now sent across, all have none of that and spit it all the way down. No icing, penalty was not up yet. Now the Red Raiders crashing into the zone, trying to take control of the puck. Handy battling with Hall. Agnes back to the decor. They'll try to play it out with 7:20 to go in the first. Around the boards all the way to Broussard. Plays quarterback on the football team as well. Stretch pass. Weeby can't handle it. Now here's Carter. Blue Knights trying to storm with numbers. Carter with the shot saved by McCrillis. Tried to gather in the rebound, but it came out of his reach. Stevens there to cover for him. Jacob Pruno up the near side, gains the zone. Pruno, wrister, blockered away by Keene. Takes a second chance, got his own rebound. Keene made the stop there and then dislodged the net. Something that happens every so often here. The net's not the most tethered things here at the Civic Center. Just a little thing you have to deal with. Especially the one on the right. That one comes off its moorings far more often than the one on the left. They'll be kept in the zone. Robillard tries to take the shot, loose in the slot. Broussard can't get a stick on it. Turnaround shot saved by Keene. That one coming off the stick of Jacob Pruno. Now right out in front, Pruno with a chance! They score! Jacob Pruno, the freshman in his debut, has scored to give the Red Raiders a 2-1 lead.
26-11.
That was a matter of just staying on the play there. Pruno able to get those initial chances, keep jamming away at it. I think that one ended up going off of Keene and in the net. As it also became dislodged a little bit, but they're not going to blow the whistle for that. So the Red Raiders lead for the first time today. And turning around, taking the shot there was Bolak, but that one deflects over the net. Stays in play on the right wing corner, Ryan Johnson. Trying to wrap it around, didn't quite get it all the way through. Pass out to the left point, Nick McKenzie can't keep it in, he'll have to go and retrieve. McCrillis will leave it there. Ooh, that was a bit dicey the way you want to play that there. You don't want to try to make that play in front of the net, and we have a penalty now. With 5:36 to go in the first half. Roughing indicated. Penalties against LAS. And Nick Fortier is going to go to the box for the second time this game. Halfway to an ejection. Get 8 minutes of minor penalties and then they won't let you play anymore. I'm sure he'll be on his best behavior for the time being. So third power play of the contest for the Fitchburg Monty Tech Red Raiders. Max Bolak had the first goal. He'll hold it now. Go for LeBlanc. Back for Bolak. We'll go right back to LeBlanc. He'll take the shot. That one cut down in front. Johnson's got it. He takes the shot. Keene makes the stop there. Johnson now for Hall.
Knights penalty number 24, Nick Fortier. 2-minute minor for roughing. 10 to penalty, 16:54. First period.
16:44 the time of the penalty.
16:54.
And a penalty interference indicated there.
Second goal was by number 26, Jacob Pruno. Assisted by number 11, Lucas Weeby. Time of that goal was 16:13.
So Jacob Pruno from Lucas Weeby. At 16-13 was the goal there. Interference called there, and for the second time today, we'll go four-a-side. Shots 15-10 in favor of the Red Raiders. 4:52 to go in this first half of play. Wait for them to put the penalty on the board. As Riley LeBlanc will sit for 2 minutes. Christian Carter trying to hold at the right point, lost a handle on it.
2-minute minor for interference. Time of the penalty, 17:38, first period. LeBlanc, 2 minutes for interference,
17:38, the time of the penalty, four-a-side for another 55 seconds. That's Brogan. Tries to hold in the corner. Pass goes for no one but someone in blue. Ryan Miller with the shot saved by McCrillis. Rebound juicy to the right side. Shea Arsenault can't get there quickly enough. Out to the red line. Miller will settle. Trying to find Handy. Handy will skate it into the corner. Bolak takes it off his stick. Max Bolak carrying it up on the far side. Gains the red, now the blue, still going with it, but Ryan Johnson jumped the line. So the faceoff will come outside the Red Raiders zone. 20 seconds to go on the 4-on-4, then a 45-second power play due to the Blue Knights. That'll be their third of the contest. No team has found success yet on the power play in this contest. The teams combined 0 for 5. The interesting thing is how deep we've gone into this period. The two teams usually don't play on ice this worked. And that's going to be icing, and that was a play, that was misreading the clock there as Cooperall dumped it down, but icing still in effect when it's four-a-side. He had to wait a couple more seconds. Make matters a little more frustrating, too. The whistle blows just as the penalty expires to Fortier. If the icing happened a second earlier, then the face-off would be four-a-side, but now the Blue Knights have all 5 of their guys out there. Great opportunity for LAS. Can't do anything with that there. Now Hall to try to carry up himself. Double teamed. Slammed into the boards there. Not legal. Just because Tristan Gallant is trying to check him with his backside doesn't mean that makes it any less legal. But you're still sending him into the boards with force. And now our two referees will have a discussion on how they want to adjudicate this. .321 to go, first half. Fitchburg Monty Tech leads 2-1. The refs will come over. It's going to be boarding. Eric Short will get the explanation. 20th season as the head coach of this LAS squad. And it is a 5-minute major against Gallant. I believe at the high school level, if boarding is indicated, I think the minimum is 5 minutes. So Gallant is going to sit for quite a while he thinks about what he's done there. But we'll still have 30 seconds of 4-on-4 before a very long power play for the Red Raiders, barring any more shenanigans.
5-minute major for boarding. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes and 9 seconds, first period. Gallant, 5-minute major, boarding at 19:09.
So Carter, with that stretch pass up for Hunter Arsenault. Out of his reach, Robillard will try to send it around. Handy will try to keep it in. Keene slams the stick to indicate the penalty is over. And now this very long power play can begin. But right now, Hunter Arsenault's going to try to throw a wrench into that. Arsenault battling there with LeBlanc. taking precious time off of that. Pass up for Ryan Johnson. Gains his own on the left wing. Johnson holding. Christian Carter with the block shot there. Just watching it the whole way, making sure he wasn't going to get a clean path to his goalie. Johnson tries to go cross-ice one-timer. Pops over the stick there of LeBlanc. Bolak now for that. Another cross-ice one-timer. What a save by Ian Keane. Oh, he got post to post. Made the save falling down. And then some rough stuff after the whistle. .202 to go in the first half, 2-1. The Red Raiders in front. Christian Carter had the opening goal just under 4 minutes in. The Red Raiders answer back from Max Bolak and Jacob Pruno, but one penalty is going against Fitchburg. It so appears. Still 5 skaters on the ice for the Red Raiders, so the one penalty is going to be a misconduct. So the Red Raider who skated to the box, who I didn't see, is going to sit for 10 minutes or more. But the manpower will stay 5 aside. The penalty comes at 20 minutes and 28 seconds, and I assure you that that player has never taken a penalty at that time before. 2 22.5-minute halves this year to try to get players saves, to try to get the games done a little quicker, to try to ensure that the players don't have to sit around for too long. Instead of 2 intermissions, just have 1 intermission. It's an interesting idea, to say the least. After all, a lot of these games, on a normal day, if we can have a normal day, the Civic Center will be holding 3 or 4 games in a day. They want to try to get those games done as quickly as they can, all in tight 2-hour time windows. Puck kept in the zone, but Handy able to clear it. The Red Raider power play will continue. As on the near side, Riley LeBlanc. Bolak holding. Tight angle, got it off the post there. Didn't look like there was a whole lot you could do with that angle in that space, but Bolak nearly made something happen there. 1:20 to go in the period, 2-1, Raiders in front. Bruno in the right corner. You can hear the coaching staff asking their team to shoot more often. Get a shot off there, but that's blocked by Miller. Bolak at the left point, holding. Still yelling, shoot. He scored from that spot earlier. Shot there, stopped by Keane. Now we're under 60 seconds to go in the period. Riley LeBlanc quickly bringing it up ice. 2 Blue Knights on him. Bringing it around for Johnson. Johnson cross ice. LeBlanc just couldn't get good wood on that one. Someone else, rather. 30 seconds to go. No opportunity for a jam play there. That's kept in by Bolak. He'll hold. Weighs his options. 20 seconds. LeBlanc. To the right corner, that's Hines. LeBlanc with the shot, not a lot of pace on it, blocked in front. Picked out there with 7 seconds to go, cross ice. There's Jarmillo there with the tucked in jersey. Cleared out, and the Red Raiders will go into the half with that 2-1 lead, and still 1 minute and 39 seconds of power play time to work with. Shots in that first half, 19-12 in favor of the Red Raiders. Lunenburg Air Shirley looked strong early. Got that goal from the senior and Christian Carter. Max Bolak getting that shot through traffic from the point 4 minutes later. And then on debut, Jacob Pruno
Shots on goal first period.
just with a lot of tenacity, able to put it past Ian Keane. Gets his first goal in his first varsity contest. And thus, he gives his side a 2-1 lead. So, see the two teams are heading not for the locker rooms, but for the stands, where they will wait off the ice in the corners of the rink, basically. The locker room's not available to them, as the teams will try to take some time, wait for the Zamboni, and once the Zamboni's done its job, we'll get back to the game. But for now, we'll take a break. It's Red Raiders 2, Blue Knights 1 through one half of hockey. This is Red Raider Ice Hockey on FATV. We are back here at the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University. The Zamboni's done its work. Now the two teams coming back from the bleachers to the benches, then to the ice to get ready for this second half of play here between the Fitchburg Monty Tech Red Raiders and the Lunenburg Air Shirley Blue Knights. The Red Raiders leading by a score of 2-1. Dana Volak here with you from high above the ice here. And my goodness, it's going to be a surreal season. We all knew that coming in. It was just really interesting standing here in the press box and looking at the two teams sitting in the bleachers, having to do their intermission talks and adjustments there, as the teams now make their way from the bleachers back to the benches. Now, there weren't always passageways there. Normally there'd be glass and partitions there. They're separating the benches from the stands. That's some of the modifications that needed to be made to make hockey possible here. And one of the other modifications made that I don't think is coming to play today is that based on how much room you've got with the benches to keep social distancing, in some facilities, you won't even be able to dress the full complement of players. You'll have to scratch more players than you would have expected. And they've already reduced how much you can dress normally. Again, in the interest of social distancing, normally you can dress 22 players, but during these times you can only dress 20. And I think in some buildings you won't even be allowed to dress that many. If you want to see things get really weird, wait until someone takes a penalty while the box is occupied. Then things are going to get a little silly, as I've been told that there is a capacity limit in the penalty boxes of 1. It's really hard to social distance in the boxes otherwise. As we get ready to start this second half of play, the second 22.5-minute half, so we're still playing the same amount of hockey, is there will be one player in each penalty box. Tristan Gallant still has 1:39 to serve on his major penalty for boarding, while Christian Rodriguez is in the box for several more minutes, guilty of a 10-minute misconduct. And considering that Rodriguez isn't going to be able to play for a little while, they're just going to have him on the bench to start things, so that way if the Red Raiders take a penalty in the next 8 or so minutes, then there will be room in the box, and they don't have to do any of the weird shuffling that I think you're going to be seeing in those cases. Another social distancing pandemic change is that the two teams have not switched sides for the second half. So Fitchburg, still in the home white uniforms with crimson numbering and trim, will still go left to right. And Lunenburg Air Shirley, still in the road blue uniforms with white numbering and maroon trim, will still go right to left. 60 seconds to go on this power play. It's Johnson across to Volak. Holds at the left dot. Takes the shot, goes off a leg, and redirected wide. Comes around the boards again to Volak. Holds at the left point. Volak holding. Riley LeBlanc takes the shot. Blocker saved by Keane. And Carter able to spit that down the length of the ice. Knocked over the stick of Volak and now goes all the way down, as McCrillis will settle that along. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Volak gains the zone. He's all by himself right now. Trying to get worked off there by Ware, but Volak keeps a hold of it. Drops off for a one-timer, and that one floats up in the air. Took a change in direction. Rather interesting trajectory. Top of the left circle, shot by Johnson. That's blocked as well. A lot of blocked shots for the Blue Knights. Only one shot on goal on this power play since the second half started, and that's all they're going to get. As out of the box is Gallant. Blue Knights back to full strength. Bolak takes another shot from the top of the left circle. That one stopped by Keene. Couldn't control the rebound. Gallant. I got caught on the side of the net there. Doesn't make things any easier for LAS. They've got some tired legs out there, I have to imagine. One of the interesting things is with the teams keeping their ends, there will be no long changes. Each team will have the same line changes period to period. The Arsenal's not on the same page there. Shea gains the zone. Hunter was already ahead of the line. Bring it back out. 20:14 to go in the second half. It's 2-1 in favor of the Red Raiders. I don't think anyone has ever said 20:14 to go in the second half in any indoor sport. Those be the times. As Gallant backhands it around for Agnes. Stretches it up for Handy. Handy trying to spring forward here. That's going to go into the Red Raider zone, and Spencer McCrillis is going to have none of that. He'll jump right on top of that for a draw. Now 2:34 gone in this second half of play. So we mentioned 22.5-minute halves. Saying it over and over again, more for the folks at home who aren't aware, and more just to remind myself that, yeah, we're really doing this. Gallant holds the red line for LAS. Throws it into the zone. Trying to get there for the Red Raiders, Peter Stevens. Agnes will work it along. He's rubbed into the boards by Weeby. Now left point, Gallant shot well offline. Stevens will get there first. Didn't get a lot on that, but intercepts the pass from Agnes. Now Max Bolak will take it. Tries to push it up. Blue Knights having a little bit of trouble with that. Nick Fortier had a little bit of trouble with the referee there. As Colin Hines takes it in the left circle. Dropping it off to Robillard. Takes the shot through traffic, blocked in front. Ware and Gallant both there in the slot to cut that down. 2 shots in this period already for the Red Raiders. None yet for the Blue Knights. Icing called. No touch icing used in high school hockey. So no races to the line if it goes over. Just going to be icing immediately. The faceoff will come all the way down to the left of Ian Keene. 19 saves for the senior netminder. Draw one by the Blue Knights. Hunter trying to spring Shea. That one out of his reach. And ends up being icing by every definition. No touch hybrid, or even that old school touch icing that they used to use in the NHL until about, was it 6 years ago they made the change? Zach Robillard was going to be the first to arrive in every case. Blue Knights win the draw, and now Shea Arsenault gains the red line before pushing it into the zone. Not going to get caught out by that again. Derek LaCrosse on the left side. Hunter trying to keep that in the zone. They'll do just that. Robert Brogan around the boards. Tries to find Jeremilo. Shot from the right point, cut down in front. We'll see a lot of those blocked shots. Two teams doing well in that regard. That would have been a close race in hybrid icing, but out of the reach of Riley LeBlanc, and icing called nonetheless. Bring the draw all the way back down to the Red Raider end. 18:08 to go. Second half, 2-1. Red Raiders in front. Goals from Max Bolak and Jacob Pruno. Well, Christian Carter's got the lone strike for the Blue Knights. Max Bolak bringing it up the right side. Takes the shot, punched away by Keene. Rebound out to the left side boards. Carter around. Wants to find Ryan Miller. Puck will come to him. And now Handy, 2-on-2 into the zone. Handy trying to split past a couple of defensemen. Backhands it through the paint. Nobody on the other side to bang it home. Blue Knights will hold back in their own end. As the puck squirts out, 8 minutes gone. No, 5 minutes gone. Once again, I failed at math. Under pressure. As here's Stevens, battling with Nathan Handy. Around to the left side for Wyatt Peters. Backhands it out of the zone. See if this puck will make it to the goal line. It will. And icing will be called. In the NCAA and in the NHL, if icing is called, no line changes are allowed. That's not the case at high school. You may still complete your line change. No worry about getting tired legs back on the ice. So the icing can work if you really do desperately need a line change. Sure, you'll take that face off, but you'll take the fresh legs. That squirts through the slot. Now Ware takes the shot. That's blocked in front. Second chance. That got to McCrillis. He's able to make the stop with the paddle. Play a stop there. Can't really tell if that may have struck the netting after the stop by McCrillis. Oh, they'll bring him alt to play regardless and have the draw to McCrillis' right. 16:50 to go here in the second half. 2-1 in favor of the Red Raiders. LeBlanc wins the draw, tries to split two defenders on the self-pass. Ware gets to it first, though. Tangling up there with Sam Jaramillo. LeBlanc punches it around the boards. Brady Madigan trying to dig that out for LAS. Jaramillo trying to center, but finds Madigan instead. He's wearing the other color. LeBlanc lost it in his skates as it goes behind him. Cooper Hall tried to settle that. Nick Gamble there in the right wing corner. Lots of battling for it in that corner. Goes around to the left wing corner. And back for Brogan. LeBlanc. A lot of players scrambling for that. Just clean enough to not blow the whistle. Jaramillo will gain the blue line and dump in for a change. Approaching 7 minutes gone here in the second half. Lunenburg Air Shirley with just one shot in the second half of play thus far. Red Raiders slightly more with three, but the offense slow going. Nothing coming there. As here's Ryan Johnson, bringing it up the left side. Shut off by Gallant. Pressuring enough. Pass got off there for Nick McKenzie. Trying to go back to that corner, but Gallant able to take that away. Bring it from the side to side. Drops that off. Carter will have to cover that. Shot through traffic. Keene got the pads down as Peter Stevens took the shot. Just a matter of whether or not Keene would see it. And now here's Hunter Arsenault. Get a break towards goal. Arsenault puts it wide. As McCrillis was able to get over there and make the stop. LAS still buzzing here. As Carter, not enough hoop on that pass there for Shea. Red Raiders get it out of the zone. Try and make a quick line change, but Nathan Handy's got it. The two defenders to get around. There's a nice drop pass for Agnes. Couldn't get the wood he wanted, puts it wide. Now in the center circle, Jaramillo will get to that. It's LeBlanc. Tries to find Jaramillo again. We'll do just that. He's in the zone. Not enough on the shot there. Brogan slamming that down to the ice, keeping that in the zone. And they will rule that a hand pass. LAS wasn't touching it for a reason. Face-off is going to come down to the left of McCrillis. Brogan slamming the puck down with authority. That was something, but puck goes so far that it does turn into a pass at that point. This puck gets tied up behind the Red Raider net. There's too many players back there, and that's going to bring a halt to proceedings. As I said, not too many changes made for ice hockey this year, but that's one of them. Can't have too many players in the scrum. Draw will come to the left of McCrillis. A little over 9 minutes gone here in the second half. On the far side boards, Christian Rodriguez, having finished serving his misconduct, back on the ice. Shot changed direction a couple times, never got all the way through to McCrillis. Lunenburg Shirley still looking around handy. Now to Carter, plays it through his feet. He's got the goal for LAS in this contest. As that shot deflects wide. So many blocked shots in this contest. There's another right there. The two teams doing well to position themselves and try to limit those good scoring chances. Fortier, shut off there, and now that pass for Johnson. Plays it in his skates. Having a little bit of trouble there, but now Rodriguez gains the zone, takes the shot, sails wide. Robillard will put that towards goal. That's kicked away by Ian Keane. Now another shot. That time Brogan ends up putting it off the body of Christian Carter. Haney bringing it up slowly, now for Gallant. Dumps it in. McCrillis will let that go. Let Brogan have that one. Pound it off the boards. And Brendan Ware will collect. This pass intercepted by Bolak. Tries to create something out of a 2-on-2. Angled into the boards by Gallant. Good stick handling there. Keep that play alive. Now Hunter Arsenault. Some trouble there, delayed penalty coming. It's gonna be against Fitchburg, that's gonna be a late hit. I do believe. Unless it was delayed offside. And it was delayed offside. This is something that I get caught out by at least once a game at the high school level. There's no linesmen, just two referees. So sometimes it can be a bit challenging to see if the official has his arm raised, if it's delayed offside or delayed penalty. There's a shot by Shea Arsenault, stopped by McCrillis. He's able to batten down the hatches well enough. And the hit that I thought was late was actually legal too. All right, taking care of that house cleaning. Off the draw, McKenzie. Out of the reach of Jaramillo. There's a shot, change direction on the way. McCrillis able to track it and make the stop. Now pushing up ice are the Red Raiders. McKenzie gets the shot off. Keane with the glove save. Not interested in playing it along. Don't blame him one bit. He'll take the draw. 23 saves on the night for the senior netminder. It's Lunenburg Shirley team, 9 seniors on this roster. And 5 of them serving as captains as well. 5 captains on a team. Fitchburg themselves have 3. And Max Bolak, Ryan Johnson, and Peter Stevens. I've been told the captain's patches will be coming in due time. So they've got tri-captains. And Lunenburg Shirley, I guess 5 is quintuple, so quid captains? That sounds awkward. I think 5's about the limit that you can go with that. Don't ever name 6 captains to your team. But 10:25 to go in the second half. Fitchburg Monty Tech holding on to this 2-1 lead. No scoring in this second half. As Agnes on for Handy, touched on, just getting it out of the zone. Try to relieve a little bit of pressure here. Rodriguez with the backhand pass. Handy trying to gain the zone, gets tied up with the Red Raider. Gallant with a bit of space, gains the zone. Drops off on the right side. There's the shot by Agnes. That's stopped by McCrillis. Fifth save of the period for the senior netminder. Ian Keene's got 6 saves in this second half. It's definitely been a more defensive half of play compared to what we saw in the first. A little over 10, but just about 10 minutes to go in this contest. Draw won by the Red Raiders. As Hall in that corner having a bit of trouble, but now Brogan out of the reach of LeBlanc. That pinballs around. Hall lost his stick for a moment, able to pick it back up. Jaramillo able to protect. Now to spring LeBlanc. LeBlanc, one stick handle too many, or not the one he quite wanted. Red line gain, 95-foot shot by Gamble. McCrillis with the stop. As it comes around, Hall shakes off the defender. Takes another hit from Gamble. Now LeBlanc into the zone. Gamble trying to shut him out of the play too. A lot of pinballing around there. Delayed offside there. Red Raiders will touch up. Under 9 to go in regulation time. 2-1 lead. Pass out of the reach of Ryan Miller. Max Volak able to pick that one up with the numbers. Holding. Just waiting for his moment. And that one hits the stanchion, touches the net, and they'll stop play for that. 8:45 to go in the frame. That's what I believe they stopped play for. No line changes there. A lot of battling for the puck there. Eventually won by the Red Raiders. Hines out to the left point. Wanted Brogan. Hines with the backhand. Cut down by Hunter Arsenault. Ryan Johnson. His pass goes through a lot of legs and finds a Blue Knight. That one nearly caught on the bench cleanly. Never touched the ground. He knocked down a water bottle and landed on the lip of the boards. Well out of play. 8:20 to go in the second half. Shots now 6 apiece in this second frame. Not a goal to be had thus far. Handy gets a shot off there. McCrillis reaching out with the blocker. Now Gallant. Holding at the point, goes for Ware. Ware with the shot. Ends up going wide to the left of McCrillis. Don't know if he saw it. There's another shot. That goes wide to the other side as well. Trying to spring Ryan Johnson here. 2 defenders back for LAS. And Ware will control. Up the center of the ice he goes, trying to dance through everyone. Nearly took it himself the whole way. Got a good shot off, but offline. Well played there by the senior defenseman. Shea Arsenault out in front. One-timer for Hunter, but McCrillis stops that one. Now up to 19 saves on the contest. Over 15 minutes gone, tried another one-timer, nothing going there. And that's a we need a line change icing there. .7:12 to go in the frame. Like I said, that's a strategy you will never see in the NCAA or the NHL because you can't change lines. But with all the pressure LAS had, Hines had the puck there and he decided, we need to change lines right now. So just dumped it straight out of the zone. Here's Cooper Hall. On the left side, drops it off. The recipient wasn't aware that he was supposed to get that. Goes to defense instead. Now Agnes off the side. Gets the shot off Acrylis at the stop. Save number 20 for him. Off the near side boards, a whistle. Might hit someone on the bench. 6:37 to go in the frame. Two coaches on these sides, Steve Lowney and Eric Short, combined for 35 years of head coaching experience, both former Fitchburg State Falcons. Lowney, a former Fitchburg State assistant as well. And Eric's brother Trevor, also a head coach in high school hockey. He coaches Neshoba. Although we won't be getting the battle of the Short brothers this year, as Neshoba is in pod number 1, and everybody here in this building is in pod number 2, except for St. Bernard's. They got thrown into pod 3 because of reasons. 6:10 to go in the frame. Still a 2-1 lead for Fitchburg Monty Tech. Still no scoring in this period. LAS just trying to get a shot off, and that was blocked there, and Max Volak feeling the pain on that. Gets back up there, now slowly to the bench, but now Shea Arsenal has a break towards goal, saved by McCrillis. Maybe not the angle that Shea wanted, but he knew he'd have a good look if he took it all the way down there. Another shot from through the traffic. That's stopped by McCrillis as well. LAS really playing well in this second half, especially in the later stages of this frame. And we have a whistle here. And for the first time in this second half, a penalty. Cross-checking indicated against Shea Arsenault. Took quite a while to get ourselves our first penalty of this frame. I know I didn't say it because John Grugerty was here and I had mentioned we'd gone penalty free. He would have been on me in 3 seconds flat. And the Red Raiders are going to call their timeout here with 5:20 to go in the second half. Fitchburg Monty Tech holding on to this 2-1 lead. Each team gets a 60-second timeout to use in regulation. And at the risk of spoiling any potential shenanigans with overtime, I'm not going to talk about it until it actually happens. If it actually happens. Recap of the goal scoring. Christian Carter had the first goal for Lunenburg Air Shirley, 3 minutes 51 seconds in. Assist for Nick Fortier and Nathan Handy. 4 minutes later, Fitchburg Monty Tech got on the board. Max Polak took a shot from the blue line, eluded everyone on its way to the net. Riley Blake with the lone assist on that one. Then about 9 minutes after that, Jacob Prudo getting his first varsity tally on debut. The freshman on a feed from Lucas Weed. That's where we stand right now. Shea Arsenault in the box for 2 minutes here. Red Raiders with their 5th power play of the night, 0 for 4 thus far. Jermillo, out corner to corner. Find Cooper Hall. Ball for Bolak, settles it with the backhand, holds. Jermillo, back for Hall, switching. Really, the Red Raiders not liking the shooting lanes. Bolak keeps that in the zone. Quick snapshot there by Bolak, but just offline. Ryan Johnson. 50 seconds killed on this power play already. Looking for a good shot on target, really any shot. Looking for a redirection in front. LeBlanc now for Johnson. Johnson had the shot blocked. Gallant was there. Now here's Handy. That's delayed offside. They can't touch. Hall didn't get the memo. Johnson hasn't either. That brings a stop to proceedings and brings the puck all the way down. They ruled the Red Raiders didn't quite tag up there. Seems right to me. So 46 to go on the power play. But the draw coming to the right of McCrillis. Nathan Handy, one of those quintessential captains. See, it doesn't work if you try to use that. It really doesn't. It's Handy trying to regain control of the puck there. Joined there by another captain in Arsenault. Shea sits in the box for 23 seconds more. Hunter able to take that one away. Continuing to kill precious seconds on this power play. And as McCrillis sees the puck go right into his blue paint, he just covers it up, says, I don't want to deal with that. "15 seconds to go. 14 seconds to go on this power play. Close enough to 15, right? Totally didn't read the wrong number off the board. As Ryan Johnson brings it up on the right side. Trying to dish it past Gallant. Penalty is over. Shea Arsenault out of the box. Blue Knights back to full strength. Now Shea with fresh legs, bringing it up ice. Makes a nifty move. Trying to sneak him out. Oh, that absolutely should have been a goal. Magnes just couldn't get the finish on that one. Did everything but the finish there. That's Carter for Agnes. The freshman with the nudge on for Shea Arsenault. Around the boards, Robillard. Get there for the Red Raiders. Now moved around to the left side boards. Ryan Miller trying to keep it in with the pressure. Rodriguez there for the Red Raiders. Miller knocks it down, gets the shot off. Stand-up save there by McCrillis. Now another chance. That one just squirts wide. Just out of the reach of McCrillis, but away from the net. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the contest. Miller with the shot through the traffic. That's stopped by McCrillis. He'll hold. And Lunenburg Air Shirley will call their timeout with 2:03 to go. Shots now 26-26 in this contest. 7 shots in this period for Fitchburg Monty Tech, but 14 shots in this second for Lunenburg Air Shirley. They've had a lot of great chances. They've had a bit of challenges trying to get the finish there. But LAS, with just 15 skaters at their disposal, showing that just because they've lost a lot of their firepower from their Central Mass winning team, doesn't mean you can't count them out. Doesn't mean you can count them out just yet. They've still got a lot of tenacity, and they know how to overcome big barriers. For this Fitchburg Monty Tech team, these two teams played each other 3 times last year. Fitchburg Monty Tech won the first 2 meetings before LAS won that must-win game to get into the postseason. Anything less than, if they had lost that game, if Fitchburg Monty Tech had won all 3 of the meetings, the Blue Knights would not even have qualified for the playoffs. They overcame, persevered, got into the playoffs, pulled off 3 upsets, and ended up winning the Central Mass title. Will be the final Central Division 3A championship, as we're not playing for that this year, and it's going away after this season, so that's a title they'll always hold. Ian Keane will stay in the net with 2:03 to go. We'll keep our eyes on when they might pull him. That one Potential to be dangerous, but FMT will survive that. A push back into the zone. Made the signal to bring Keene off, but the puck comes out of the zone. Gallant now out to the left side. Hunter Arsenault to the boards by Brogan. Keene is off. 6 skaters on for LAS. Goes into the left wing corner. Turnaround shot. That stopped. Another chance. Score! Nathan Handy with the extra attacker on. 82 seconds left to tie the game up. $42 points last year for Nathan Handy. 19 goals. Only fitting he's the one who puts it home with 82 seconds left to tie this game.
9-second goal by number 15, Shea Arsenault. Assisted by number 19, Christian Connor, number 14, Brendan Ware. 10 to go, 21 minutes and 8 seconds of the second period.
Or I thought Handy got the goal, but apparently not. Shea Arsenault gets credit.
At 21:08.
Can't wait to watch the replay next day to see how badly my eyes deceived me. Here is Handy coming up here in the final minute. Push that towards the goal. Nothing more coming of that. And that one sent out of play. Now 48.6 to go. 2-2 the score now. Ultimately at 21 minutes, 8 seconds. It's Shea Arsenault from Christian Carter and Brendan Ware. I was pretty sure 21 got the shot there, but first game of the season, my eyes are betraying me like that already. That's not a good sign. So 40 seconds to go in this period. Credit to LAS for sticking in there this whole way. Now Max Polak into the zone. Looks for the turnaround. Can't find a partner to pass to. LAS taking their time. Handy around the boards. Now back to the point. Through traffic, blocked in front, loose up there, pinballs around. 7 seconds to go. Can't be cleared. Gallant takes the shot. That hits the one Blue Knight that was down in the slot. Doesn't make its way there. And so we've reached the end of 45 minutes with the score Fitchburg Bonnie Tech 2 and Lunenburg Air Shirley 2.
I guess. I don't know. Is it? Play overtime?
But what a period played there by the Blue Knights, outshooting the Red Raiders 17-7. Ian Keene not really tested the last several minutes of the contest. And so that goal in the final minutes, creating the tie there. And so the awareness that I have with how overtime works is that it'd be 4 minutes of 5-on-5 overtime, but that's a pilot program, not compulsory this year, presumably, as the two teams are not going to play overtime. No matter what, the game goes in the books as a 2-2 tie. Had we played overtime and had there been a winner, that would have counted towards the individual statistics. But it would not have counted on the score sheet beyond that. It would have still been a 2-2 tie. But Lunenburg Air Shirley ultimately, with a much more dominant second period, they find the tying goal with 82 seconds left. And ultimately salvage a draw out of their 2021 debut. as the two teams will talk on the benches and try to wrap this one up. Not sure how much more there is to add. Ultimately, that was one of the challenges I know I saw out of this Fitchburg Monty Tech team when I saw them a couple of times last year, was the Raiders had a lot of trouble down the stretch in games. If they were behind, they had a lot of trouble really mounting a comeback. And in this case, ahead in the final minutes, they were having trouble really putting any offensive pressure down on Lunenburg Air Shirley. Just tenacious power, and ultimately, the Lunenburg Air Shirley able to get the tying goal off the stick of Shea Arsenault. And the game ends as a 2-2 draw. See Ian Keane there finishes with 24 saves. Spencer Bakrillis with 27 saves. And for Fitchburg Monty Tech, they probably know bitter end to a game they led for so much of the contest. But it was, in fact, a very interesting contest. The first high school hockey game played here at the Wallace Civic Center in 2021. And we hope to be able to bring you more of these games as the season develops. All right. We ask you stay tuned to Fitchburg Athletics' social media and the like, and FATV for more information on games to come down the stretch. We plan on bringing you as many ice hockey games as we can, and we plan on bringing you all home basketball contests for both the men and the women. I want to thank everyone who helped out here on the production today. What is going to absolutely be our busiest year yet of sports broadcasts here on FATV. And we thank you for joining us here today. So for everyone there on the FATV crew whose names you got to see there, for all of our underwriters who helped make this production possible, for everyone here, I'm Daniel Bolak. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope to see you next time. And until then, so long from Fitchburg.